Good energy, good energy.
It's less than 2 weeks until game day, and things, as always, are ever changing. With classes beginning this week, practice times will fluctuate from morning to night. And with the season truly on the horizon, a little chance for glitz and glamour.
Most injuries happen after an off day, so let's take our time getting nice and warm. Good, stay low, stay low, stay low. Good pad level, good pad level.
Glamorous is certainly not the word you would use to describe the life of a football coach. It is challenging, physically and mentally demanding, and, as Defensive Coordinator Tony Caljean has learned during his career, requires you to be in constant communication.
Chop, dip, and rip, okay? Hey, I think we've been doing a good job of ripping, and we're starting to get to the level of the back. All right, but don't forget about that chop. That chop will get their hands off of you. All right, now we're probably gonna make the play rather than just, sending it back to everybody else. So give me 2 guards, a back, and a tight end. 2 guards, a back, and a tight end. For a long time, I thought people would notice me off merit, not realizing that there's a whole networking aspect and putting yourself out there and stuff like that. Football is fun. It is a game that we get to coach, but more so it's getting to work with the guys and building those relationships and helping them have success and see their dreams come true. You kind of live vicariously through them, so it's a lot of fun. Good. Near foot, near shoulder. Good. Good. There we go. Good job. Be that cutback player. Be that cutback player. Set. Hit. Buddy tackle. Good. Good. And then fall in. Good. Good job. Good job. Good job. That's exactly what we want it to be.
2024 was a year of trial and tribulation for the Gannon defense. They forced just 5 turnovers over the 10-game season and allowed nearly 30 points per game to opponents. In looking ahead to this season, Coach Caljean admits he may have simply been trying to do too much.
Especially now in the day and age of like Twitter and online clinics, like you hear something really cool, a neat concept, you're out at clinics talking to coaches and you want to try something new, but it's one of those things where, it's a Coach Kellyism, where as things go in, things got to come out. And I don't think I did a good enough job of that last year. And I think doing a better job as well, also like building the structure within our coaching staff, getting those guys all on the same page.
Injuries played their part last year as well. The defense was so ravaged by them, in fact, that 16 different players started at least 3 games. But with 6 starters from a year ago returning, the expectations are high.
Defense is looking solid. I think we got a lot of young guys, but I do think we have a lot of talent, which is exciting. I think the issue for us last year was I just had too many ideas and made the guys run too much stuff to the point where we weren't able to master it. So we've really talked about mastering our playbook, mastering situations in the game, and really have condensed what we're doing. I think the guys are playing a lot faster and it's showing up in practices and scrimmages. Good, near foot, near shoulder, good. Come in, good. Good job. Good
it doesn't hurt when you have a stalwart linebacker to anchor the middle of your defense. This year, Caljean has that in Bryce Wood.
He's awesome. He's an unbelievable player. He's definitely a student of the game where he's constantly coming into my office, after practices and stuff like that. Like, hey, let's look at this formation and ask me questions about this check or, his alignment on this play. So when you get to add the explosiveness and the talent level with the IQ and the want to be great, like that's when you can have something really special. So, unfortunately for him, he's been injured the past couple of years, but I think he's really going to have a great year if he can stay healthy. Hey, shift! Whoa!
Wood is part of a storied group of Gannon football standouts, past and present, that played their high school days just down the road. A graduate of McDowell High School, Bryce chose to go out of state to begin his career. But after one season, the choice to where to come next was easy.
Coming out of high school, I went to Youngstown State for a year, and my mind was really set coming out of high school to go there. And when things didn't work out, I knew some people at Gannon, had some friends at Gannon, so I'm like, figure I'd come home, play for Gannon. I've loved it ever since. There we go, Pride Hawaii! Yeah, my helmet's so loose. We need to
Yep.
tighten it. You have it?
Yeah, I got two guys. Hold up. You gotta tighten the top ends.
The leadership mantle is now Wood's to carry, one of the veterans on this Gannon defensive unit. He learned from several others around him, upperclassmen in his first year, that were able to help him through difficult times, including a season-ending injury in 2023. Now, he's simply hoping to repay the favor for those who look up to him.
Summer of 2023, Trey Baker and Hayden McDonald, they played a big role. They took me under their wing. They taught me how to be a linebacker, and I can't thank them enough. I still talk to them to this day, and I thank them for their help and what they did for me. I'm getting older and a little more experience, so anytime I see a young guy struggling, I try to take them under my wing and do the same things like guys like Hayden McDonald and Trey Baker did for me. Yeah, I do feel old. This is my 4th camp. My body's definitely starting to feel it, but it's a blessing to wake up every day and play a sport I love.
Hands and hips, hands and hips. Sit, hit. Good. Blue 5. Blue 5, say hit. Good, good, good. Good talk, good talk, good talk. Blue 5. Blue 5, say hit. Yep, out, out, out. Good, good.
1 week till game day.